Out of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
12, fellas, here we go. 26,
working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. When you practice these situations, it's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Hey, 7.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. I don't think you got it. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. They'll run with a former Viking, Jerick McKinnon, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Black 80.
Check pass.
Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
You got it. You got it.
6-0 our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd down, McKinnon. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 180!
Mike 50, Mike 50. Cut. Watch the twist. Switch.
Black! Check 52.
3rd and short, McKinnon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
13.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, 49ers. Kevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Check four. Back.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Steelers.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Check three.
On first down, Connor. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Whoa! Help out!
56. Mike's 56. Rip right.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D Ford. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56. Okay, double up. Joker. Slam.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Out to the right, here's McKinnon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. Back deep, Ryan Switzer. Taken in at the 11. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Steeler 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Roethlisberger will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
No go.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 54. Mike 54.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. 22 yards there, a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 26, check 26.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Alert 3. Watch the safety creep. Hey, motion, motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on him.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second and a yard, Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Black 20.
56. Watch them run. They're running it. Out. Check 43. Set. Check.
Black, what's that?
On 1st down, Connor. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Black 80.
Again, it's Connor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Here we go.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here I come.
21. Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
21.
50. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. In the last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here again is McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. Garoppolo now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try with McKinnon. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Don't get nervous. Check 15. Check. Let's go. Check.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. But it's brought in by Washington. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Oh, what a move. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards on the ground.
First down, Steelers.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 3, check. Easy.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Jim. Check 9.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. That's caught at the 2. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
50.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Switzer, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead.
56. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Mike 56. Mike.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
56 is the mic.
All day, baby, all day. Middle.
56.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, keep it up. Let it work.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Steelers first down.
Roethlisberger now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Connor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here, and you know for me it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Mike Mitchell coming up from the secondary to make the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They're not ready for this. They still
They run once more with McKinnon. Still going. They can't stop him. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 35-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, and a tight one-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now McKinnon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, Garoppolo, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 25, check 25. Check 16. Kill. 49, check 49, check 49.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. He's back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Jack 16.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Kill, kill, kill.
Hey,
one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Shift. 50. Shift. Watch the shift.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
To Juju Smith-Schuster. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Check 13. Check 13.
Ben to throw again. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
James Washington, incomplete. He was covered by Richard Sherman.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Check 24. Watch 24. Bang, 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 bang.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And what are the whistles for? Timeout.
Let's go.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Here we go. 180. Mike 50, huh? Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Garoppolo looking to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Man left, man left. 4 down. Check, check. Watch the eye.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
There's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next.